Britain's standing in World Championship motorcycling is on the up. One man that's been at the top for 16 years is Ron Haslam. He's still racing competitively and helping youngsters where he can. But it's the Team Great Britain setup that he's most committed to, even giving up his own wildcard entry at this year's British Grand Prix to his protege, 19-year-old James Hayden.
Robert Fennell offered me what they call the wildcard entry. That means entrance into the British Grand Prix. And obviously I'm really pleased with it, but how well James has come on and how much effort he's put in. For a 19-year-old young lad to get a chance on a 500, it's unknown, especially an English lad. So I thought it would be a real big bonus all round for me to give that up to James Hayden, and it would give him a real big chance, and also it would show the way, you know, for Team Great Britain to, you know, that there is a way into Grand Prix.
500 has a lot more power, and it's a harder bike to ride, but we're getting there now, and it should be good. The wild card in last year obviously was in the 250s, and the 250 I was on, it's not going to be as competitive as this is, so we're looking for better things this year.
And one of the pleasures of Snetterton last weekend was to see Ron Haslam back on a GP bike again. It's a French ROC Yamaha rented to Haslam by his friend Serge Rosset, but James Hayden will ride it at Donington Park. So there's a touch of nostalgia here as well as a look forward to the task ahead for Hayden.
Technique is totally different because you've got so much power there compared to a 250 that James doesn't normally to ride. You have to forsake a lot of corner speed, realising that the bike's got the power to go out the corner. So the middle corner has to slow down and to get the actual best out of it. So you go in fast, slow it down and fire it out. A bit like the American style. And I think that's why the Americans do so well anyway, because they actually brought up in that way, where, what they say, squaring the corners off and just using the power of the bike.
Well, you're always under pressure, so you just take it with like riding a bike. But obviously I want to put up a good show, and no, at Donington I'm sure we can do it.
What would be your best hope for James Hayden at Donington Park?
It sounds real bad, but if you can get in the first 10, then I'd be really pleased. If it's wet, I hope he stops on, but if it's wet, then it could be a really good result. I should say get in the first 5 if it's wet.
Ron Haslam himself, as well as James Hayden and Nick Hopkins, all representing Team Great Britain, were in the 250cc race.